Rogersville.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Happy waffles to you.
Good morning.
We had 3, and then once our show started, we went to 1. Oh, there's 5. Okay, so
They like the intro, and
they
they're
like the intro. They just want to watch the intro.
I'm just here for the intro.
Somebody's like doing waffles. How did they have that on the plate? How do I? Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay, now I got my waffles.
I don't think your mic is quite where it needs to be.
Mine?
No,
Too
Chris's.
hot, too cold?
I can't. For some reason,
can't-
I'm not.
are you on?
I'm not hearing you hardly.
I don't know. Are you on?
Am I number 3?
You're you may be 3.
Check.
Oh,
There it is. Oh, Andy's back.
Hey, let me try again. Good morning.
Turn 2 down. 2's the one we don't need.
All right.
There we go.
There.
Good morning.
That's my fault. I set the microphones wrong.
Well, I actually reset and
I was like, when I got here at
Still missed it.
6:30 a.m. to set everything up.
oops. See, Tom's already messing us up. He's filming. He's filming something today and couldn't join us, but
That's
we
good.
needed his technical support.
Well, everybody's got to work, I guess.
Yeah,
That's the theory,
It's
right?
gotta work. Some people don't think so.
I like what I do, so I don't mind work.
I kind of like what I do too
I like what I do.
these days, which, kind of floating around, and people ask me questions, and I send them a bill. It's awesome.
Making tacos.
Making tacos.
Make tacos and sending bills.
I made vegetable stock last night
Nice.
in class.
What all vegetables went in your vegetable
Let me
stock?
see. We turned some potatoes, but they didn't go in the stock, and then well, it was part of the class. And,
Okay.
and then we did a medium dice on some onion, carrot, and celery. So mirepoix.
I was gonna say that's pretty much stock, isn't
It's
it?
a
Those three?
mirepoix, yeah. And then
mirepoix.
we put some minced shallots, some minced garlic, and then a sachet, which is bay leaf and thyme and peppercorn and parsley stems.
herb
Still haven't said
bundle.
salt. I assume there's some salt in there.
No,
Gallons
there's
of salt.
there were actually in this there wasn't any. This was an unsalted stock, so
Really?
we had a little bit of diced tomato in there too, and simmered that for a while. Hey Beth,
Good morning, Beth.
good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome
Waffle?
to the show.
She's got a
Question.
question mark in there.
Good
Sure.
morning,
Good
Waffle.
morning.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it a
We
good
think
morning?
so.
We think it's.
I think it's a good morning.
It's a question mark.
We're thinking it through.
Awesome.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
I love it.
So how long does your stock have to cook? Is there a time?
We boiled it for like half an hour.
Okay,
and
so
then
it's
ran it through a china cap and strained out all the stuff.
Is a China cap a strainer?
It is. It's one of those big conical strainers.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
I'm learning. All the
Conical. I had to think of what that was.
time.
Cone.
like a cone.
It's a
I was getting ready to say,
three-dimensional
it's like
cone.
it sounds like a hat to me.
Yes. Well, and I was considering that last night as we were, because it's like, okay, it's a china cap, and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think that's racist.
Okay. You've been indoctrinated.
I think I have. I think I drank the Kool-Aid.
You can't say that.
You can't say it's racist.
It is kind of bad when you're tootling through life and you say or do something. You're like, oh crap, that's not.
It's not
can't say
okay
that.
anymore.
It just clicked. Why?
Oh, Beth's in Florida at the beach.
Heck yeah, Beth.
Well, then why are you questioning if it's a good morning? Of course it's a good morning.
Good morning.
You're having a better morning than we're having.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my
Jeez, Beth,
goodness.
I'm glad you're at the beach. That's awesome.
And watching us.
I know, right? That's kind of sad.
You're doing it wrong, Beth. I hope you're on the balcony drinking coffee and listening to the ocean. I can almost hear it.
I love the ocean so much.
man.
I'm so happy anytime anybody gets to go on vacation. People need that. You need
Oh, yeah.
vacations or breaks, whatever your thing is. You know, some people don't want to go places. They just want to be left
A
alone.
break, yeah. Sounds good.
Does sound good.
Have fun, Beth.
That's awesome.
You know, I had this was the best thing this morning. This actually good. It was the best thing happened this morning.
Yep.
I had like a popcorn kernel shell stuck up in my
Lodged.
gum for like 2 days, and it came loose this morning. It was awesome.
Where there's like,
It was, it's just like that. It's like everything feels better because that irritation is gone.
it's a bad
Isn't
deal.
it the worst?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
You're working at it, and you're on it. You can't get it.
And I mean, I've got
Come
one of
on.
those like Power Sonic
Yeah.
toothbrushes.
Oh, that wouldn't do it?
No,
Oh, jeez.
nothing would get it
You
out.
guys
Corn
used a
kernels are
water
tricky.
pick in a while. Jesse got a water pick recently.
Those are actually really good for you.
Yeah.
Stinking violent. I mean, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it knocks all kinds of stuff out of there.
I didn't need to know that. You know what's funny though is I
Food and plaque. That's all.
Waterpick actually cycled through my thought process within the past few weeks because somebody was on Facebook selling this new innovation, and it was like this. It was a Hydrojet tooth cleaner, And I'm like,
I had one of those in the
that's
80s.
a water pick.
Water pick.
I remember my grandma had a water pick, and I'd always get in the bathroom and start
Yeah.
all everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, I just played mostly with my parents' water pick back in the day. It was just good fun.
Shoot at people.
They were great. They were a lot of fun.
Beth is on the balcony. She's going to have breakfast. She's
Oh,
going to sit by the golf.
Honestly, that's my favorite
I
part.
love the golf
Better
in
than
Mexico.
sitting in the sand at the beach. My favorite part is just morning breakfast time on the balcony.
That's pretty nice.
That is my favorite.
We're lucky. We don't live that far away from the Gulf of Mexico, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
not
an
bad.
easy one-day drive.
Yeah. That is a wonderful blessing about the place where we live. I'm convinced.
That Dolphin Island is pretty snazzy.
It's neat. We drove through there last time.
Well, there's some
times
local
now. I
people
don't
that own
2 times.
several houses down there.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
This is true.
so you can rent from them and rent out one of their houses. And
Yeah.
It was about 18 years ago. I got a call from a church, Dolphin Way Baptist Church, and they asked me to come serve there. And
Should have gone.
No,
I mean, I'm glad you're not.
I look back at that some days and go, what was I thinking?
yeah.
Just lived on the beach for the last 20 years. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's one of those things, though, that living there is different than
I've
visiting
wondered
there.
that. I've wondered that. If anybody in the audience has lived at the beach, let us know if you get tired of it.
I can
I've
see that
wondered
there would be some inconveniences
Mhm.
associated with living in a place like that.
Well, the
Like hurricanes. Yeah.
Hurricanes would be a minor inconvenience, I would think. But
I like 4 seasons. I'm so ready for
I'm ready for
fall.
Ready for the rain. We need some rain.
Need some
Real
rain.
bad.
Tomorrow, maybe?
I don't know.
We'll talk about the weather?
Tom says hi.
Oh, hey, Tom.
Good morning from the film set, Tom.
Hey, get back to filming. Get behind your camera.
No, you said you were
I
working. So.
played Bunko.
Oh, he's
with-
working in 5 minutes. He's not quite there.
Okay.
I played
so
Bunko with
1 minute.
Tom's lovely wife Michelle last night, and I'd never played before. And Bunko's a lot of fun. Have you guys ever played?
No,
No,
It's
we're
fun.
men.
right.
Ah, jeez.
I can't say that anymore.
No,
That was not a woke
I didn't
statement,
realize it was
sorry.
just a lady game. I can see that. Well, it's kind.
I've never heard a man say I'm going to go play Bunko.
I've
with the guys."
understood Bunko was less about the cards and more about the yada yada yada.
I think it is. I've only heard of women's Bunko groups, but I'm
yada yada yada.
Yeah,
That's nice.
you
Will.
skipped over the best part.
Let's talk about.
I did. Thanks, Gary.
So
I
it's
mentioned-
it's
I
the
mentioned
female
the-
version of Deer Camp.
Yeah, that's what
There
it
you go.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
do that.
I love it.
Insert wine, not beer. There's less blood.
Right. Less blood. Hopefully. Bunko gone bad. Bum, bum,
Diane
bum.
says there'd be too many tourists at the beach. That would be a problem.
That's what I think. I
Yeah.
think the summer season you'd get frustrated. It's like if you lived in the middle of Branson.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
I have friends that live in Branson. I always think, why?
I mean, you can live in the outskirts of Branson and be all right.
We live in the outskirts.
Well, I guess
Branson.
that's true.
I can get there if I want it.
That's true. But I
No
mean, like,
sense
if you like,
living anywhere near that strip.
I don't know, like if you lived in one of those condos, it would be tricky during the summertime.
I was
Yeah.
thinking more along the lines of, I mean, like being at Dolphin Island. I mean, the food is fantastic, but like if you need to go to Best Buy, I mean, it's a
42 years later,
It's,
you're at Best Buy.
it's a ways. It's a ways. So you'd be really Amazoning it up, I would think.
I would guess so.
Yep.
I would guess so. Yeah, for me, the beach and the mountains are 2 places that I love to visit, but I can't envisage myself living in either.
Yeah.
I've wondered about that too. We need a Gulf of New Mexico native to talk to us about living there and see. I'd like to know.
Yeah, I'm
I've
trying to
been
think who
curious
that
about
is.
this. Jesse and I went there for our honeymoon and many years ago, and it was like
It's all
maybe
relative.
we should live here.
It's all relative. Many years ago, it's all
Mhm.
relative.
But it also gets really hot.
Warrenbrook.
Yep.
It gets really
It
hot,
was a
and,
ways. It was
and
like
usually
13 years ago.
usually by the end of a week, I'm done with sand. I'm
I
done with
wondered
sand
about
being
that
ever
too. If you get tired of sand.
The whole time I'm in Florida, I'm trying to roll down the window. You know,
to everything.
to everything. Like
Yeah.
I'm outside. I'm like, somebody needs to roll the window down in
Yeah,
this state.
it's so muggy.
Just like,
So muggy. Yeah.
and that's weird because it's not like we live in a dry area here either. I mean, our humidity goes crazy.
It's damp.
True. Although it's
damp.
quite dry right now.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
crispy.
It's
Yeah.
a dry.
I need to
heat.
burn, and I'm not burning because Rich would
please,
call me.
Please don't.
I won't. But it's going to rain later this week, and so
That's why I'm praying
Oh,
for
no.
tomorrow. Be
Yeah.
great.
I don't know. I saw one little cloud on the thing. I haven't watched the news, so I don't.
saw
I have
a
an
cloud.
app that tells me it's supposed to rain some tomorrow and the next day, and then I can.
Then you can torch
Then I
things.
can
Oh, that would be
torch
nice.
things.
I do love burning things.
I was going to say, Lauren, you're a bit of a firebug.
I'm
aren't you?
totally a huge firebug. I don't ever burn anything in my backyard in
Yeah,
Rogersville.
Well, of course
I
not.
was going to
No.
say, you don't have a burn barrel.
No,
I have 3.
I don't have anything.
I miss that, living out in the country and having
Yeah.
a burn barrel.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And the best part about a burn barrel is you have to put holes in them.
That's true.
Yep.
How do you do that? You have a hole punch?
I have a cordless hole punch that I use.
Oh, I'm tracking now. I was like,
I use my cordless hole punch.
You just have one?
No, I have a few.
pew 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 for those who aren't tracking. Pew.
Right. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh.
So what's going on around town?
Well, there's a lot happening right now. We wrapped up a good weekend at the farmers market.
It was an
and
awesome
car
market.
show. It was really nice.
I started to say I wasn't there, but I kind of was there.
You were there in
Twice.
spirit. You helped me move the tables again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't move Lauren's
stop
tables.
moving the tables.
Stop moving the picnic
They weigh
tables.
7,000 pounds.
They really
They're
do.
not far off from that.
They're huge.
It's like, is that a hip sled? Is that what that's called?
You and I got behind, like we were ready for Friday night. We'd go play some football after
Yeah.
moving those.
Jesse and I do every CrossFit at the park every 4 weeks when we move the tables, and we moved them Friday night. And then lo and behold, Saturday morning we get there, and I'm like, 4 of them got moved again.
Is that where the Antifa
Yeah.
graffiti
No, it was
came
not
from?
in that region next to the pumpkin. That's
Oh,
how you know it's a
Was
weird
it real?
world we
Was
live
there
in.
really some graffiti?
Yeah.
There was chalk.
It was chalk.
Someone had
5-year-old
drawn a
graffiti.
very nice pumpkin and then some. I didn't read the message.
Oh, it was.
I wouldn't
It's your typical
Silliness.
leftist nonsense stuff.
Because we were doing 9/11 stuff.
I don't know why.
No, I think it
don't
was
know
just
why
somebody
there.
being stupid at the
Oh.
park.
It was
before
not a
we-
coordinated attack.
No, it was not. Like no, I don't think they're that.
There was
smart.
this one Taliban looking guy, but that was me.
Yeah.
He had a purple dinosaur.
You think
You
the
would be
Taliban have a
surprised about.
dinosaur?
It's 100% likely.
100% likely.
We were surprised.
We have no information to the contrary.
We were really. I'm surprised how many people ask me about the purple dinosaur. Like as I'm out and about doing things, they're like, "So are there any leads?" No.
Well,
Can we get in?
Pope and White had an interview with the dinosaur in captivity on their
He
show
looked
Sunday
good.
night.
I was happy to see him.
Proof
He
of
looked
life.
good.
Proof of life. Yeah.
He looks good. I mean, he
A
seemed
little scared,
a little
concerned, yep.
scared. I think that was a green screen behind him, which concerned me because I don't really know his actual environment
Right.
or
I know.
location.
Yeah.
The
His
location is
captors
undisclosed.
are intelligent.
Yeah. I was trying to figure it
Um,
out based on the background and then saw a glitch and I was like, oh, it's green screen.
Darn it, it's a green
Yeah.
screen. Thought I was
Well,
tracking him.
But I'm thinking people need to go to that GoFundMe page and pony
that'd
up
be
some
cool.
cash.
Hit it.
Cool.
Hit it.
Hit
We've
it.
raised about $649 on the GoFundMe page, and then Post Game Pizza did a 20% day,
yeah.
and they raised just I think
Last
it was just
Tuesday?
under $400,
Wednesday?
like $398
Nice.
something. So I mean, we are at our 1,000 to replace the purple dinosaur,
But we can do better.
but we can do better. We
We
need
must.
toddler equipment at
We
the
must
park.
do better.
Yep.
We need it at the park bad.
All right. Well, we'll try to link that in the comments.
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
But yeah, so
That's good.
it
So it
was
went
nice.
well?
It was nice. Olivia Hayden, Lori Pace was like, "Hey, somebody wants to sing the national anthem." I was like, "Okay, cool." And I'm like, "Is she gonna be 6? Is she gonna be 20? I don't know. And is she gonna be good? I don't know. But you know what? I'm winging it. We're going for it. Whatever." So,
I think she needed to be on Rod's Got
And
Talent.
she showed up at the kazoo.
that's what we need
Was
to make
she
sure.
good, huh?
Olivia. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Oh, she
Olivia
knocked it
Hayden.
out. She was
We
good.
need to make. I don't know if she's Rogersville or not. Is she? Will do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hayden's a Rogersville name. though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
thought. So yeah, that's what I thought. She needs to be on Roger Got Talent next
Wow.
year.
That's good.
I was emotional because I stinking woke up that morning and looked at my phone and started seeing the post and that Todd Beamer post that
Oh, yeah.
circulated.
Mhm.
Oh jeez,
The 911 transcript.
of
Oh,
him.
wow,
Yeah,
okay.
from the plane.
Mm.
And so I got to the park and I was like, I'm not gonna tear up when
Yeah,
I
you did.
introduce. As soon as I opened my mouth, I
It
was
was
like, oh
perfect.
god. And I looked over, and I saw Karma. I was like, she's crying too. I don't feel bad.
Yeah, I was emotional this weekend over it.
I was
It
very emotional.
You know, my daughter texted me on Thursday or Friday from school and said, "Hey, Dad, where were you on 9/11?" And I'm assuming that she was in history class, and teacher probably said, "Hey, pull out your phone, text your parents." And either
Boy,
that-
school's changed.
yeah, right. Or
Yeah.
or she was supposed to do that the night before and just forgot. So it's like, Dad, bail me out. Where were you? But it kind of sent me down that path of reliving because you remember
Yeah,
where
yep,
you
absolutely.
were. You remember at what point you turned on the TV.
You remember that point where you thought, "Oh, we're going to war," and
Yeah,
it may
well-
be here. we may be at war right here,
Yeah.
right now.
Well, and
it was terrifying.
Kind of Red Dawn hit your mind.
Yes.
Is this happening?
Mhm.
Are we about to be invaded?
Mhm.
But when that second plane hit, I don't know about you all. I'm a little slow, but I had to process this. Like, wait,
No.
what?
Yeah, absolutely. This
Oh.
cannot. Of course, well, that's weird that 2 planes crash, and you're like,
That's
no,
not weird.
That's not
crap.
weird.
Yeah,
That's-
but it just your mind couldn't catch up to that, and then the emotion hits.
Yes.
And I just felt all of that again.
And the way the information came out that day, it's so different to live through it and get it piece by piece, because the first thing you hear is a plane hit, and you think, okay,
A plane is
Cessna.
accidentally hit the
A Cessna, somebody
everybody thought.
winged it, and then you're like, no, it was a big one, and it went right in. And then you see the video, and you see all of that. But no, I remember, and I actually was, because they asked about it on their page, and so I commented on it. But I was listening back when Kevin and Liz were on Alice.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I listened to in the morning on the way to work, and I was an assistant prosecutor in Greene County at the time. And I was driving in, and I remember the road I was on, and I remember Kevin talking about there's a plane has hit one of the World Trade Towers, and pull into the parking lot and continuing to listen to them and getting in there. And there was one television in the whole office, and it was in the victim witness waiting room. And there was no internet in our office there.
Wow.
So that was all we were going to get and there were no smartphones. We couldn't get information like that.
Yep.
So
I had a Palm Pilot at the time, if I remember
too.
right.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Had
And
a Nokia flip phone.
I think I had the flip phone too.
Yeah, if that thing said it's directing you to the internet, you got nervous because that was going to be super
This is
expensive.
gonna be $42.
No.
Don't send a
Yeah,
text.
yeah.
Don't text me. It's 10 cents. Mom's gonna be mad.
So we went into that. We were in there watching that on TV, and I think Luke, my middle son, he would have been like a year and a half old, and so I had little kids, and so it was a real interesting day.
I was 2 weeks into my senior year of high school.
Oh, wow.
It's a way to start your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was at home, and Dad's like, Lauren, he was upstairs. He's like, turn on the TV. Something's happened. And I turned on. It was in the Today Show. And I honestly didn't really know what the World Trade Center by name was. I knew what the visual of the buildings.
Those
I'm
big
like,
ones.
okay, it's the big ones in New York. And so I'm getting ready to walk out the door. And I'm like, Dad, what's happened? He's like, a plane hit. But we don't know. And then I get to school, and my best friend comes running down the hallway. And she's like, son of a biscuit. And she's like, another plane hit. We're under attack.
Yeah.
So the rest of our day, we sat in our classes and watched TV from class to class to class and watched it happen.
Yeah.
And it's so emotional right now, especially for people my age, because my buddies went and fought.
Yeah.
And now this deal with the Taliban stuff, it's like, what the crap?
Yeah, that was the thing that
So that's
prayed-
seriously
we
where
prayed
my
on
emotion
Sunday,
comes from.
and
That's where it comes from.
and we prayed
It
for
affected
family members
Yeah.
of some, those that didn't make it, and we prayed for the survivors, but then prayed for our servicemen, those that are wondering now, what did I fight for?
What did I fight for?
Yeah.
And I think about that a lot.
I do too, and
I think about that
bothers
a lot.
a lot of people for
Yeah.
sure. And
Yeah.
we don't have all the answers to that question, but you did us well. You served us well. You served humanity well, and so we can thank you again for that.
And we appreciate, because it changed the course. People my age and a lot of people different ages, but Jesse and I were trying to explain it to the girls, and it changed everything from that point. Especially seniors in high schools were like, oh, we're going to college, this is gonna be good, life starting, this is gonna be fun, and it's like,
No, you're going to Afghanistan.
oh God, like what?
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I don't know. And then it's just like, I think about it, Pearl Harbor, what's the only other attack on American soil in modern times? Let's say that. And, I don't really understand how people felt during Pearl Harbor. So my assumption is people who are younger than me significantly don't really understand how we all felt that day.
Because it's just a page in a history book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the concern that I have is, Pearl Harbor, and then again in 2001, there was a great sense of national pride.
Huge.
Even in 2001.
It was huge.
And so I tend to wonder, if something like that were to happen again, would we have the response of 9/12 that we had at that time? I'm concerned that we wouldn't.
I am too.
I really don't know. I don't know if people. I think
the greatest generation, you saw their response, and then I saw our response.
Yeah,
and it was a coming together.
yeah.
I don't know if we have the ability to come together anymore, and that's my concern.
Huge support of police and law enforcement and every aspect of first responders.
I
And
think there's so many people today that would cheer that on.
It's frightening, isn't it?
It is frightening.
But I don't think you're too far off.
But turning to happier news,
Yeah, sorry,
friendly
guys.
neighborhood. No, it's
No,
fine.
it's good.
I
We
do.
know where we're going.
I
Look back.
think people need to process it this year.
I do too.
Because the amount of stuff on Facebook that I've seen leads me to believe people really wanted to talk about it. They
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah, and that's healthy, and I'm
I'm
glad to
so.
see
I've
it.
cried 17 times about it. So
Was this 17 or was this 18?
it's probably 18.
Okay.
Our friendly neighborhood farmer is letting us know that 9/28 is National Good Neighbor Day, and she's got some great ideas to help people out. So if you want to be a good
Nice.
neighbor, you can visit the Unique Flower Farmers outpost in the Apple Market Center there.
Emma does this little thing called porching people.
Porching, yeah.
That's
We
a way
did
to
a-
be a good neighbor.
We did a little bit of that last year.
This is not poaching.
Not poaching.
Porching.
Porching.
Please don't poach anybody.
So
Your
fill
friendly
me in.
neighborhood
What
game
is-
warden will visit
Yeah.
you.
What is porching?
Porching is you call up Emma and say, hey, I want to porch my neighbor.
Oh.
And the Unique Flower Farmer can deliver pumpkins and mums and things to your variety and cost level that you're
Corn
interested
stalks and stuff
in.
like that.
Stocks. And
Yeah, you just
I
tell
got
her-
porched last year. It was awesome.
You just say, hey, I want a porch, and I'll spend $50 or $30, and she'll put something together and go put a little arrangement on their porch.
And I mean, how delightful is that when you walk out on your porch and there's stuff and you're like, oh my gosh, somebody took care of me.
$30 Porsche.
Yeah.
Porch,
Oh wait, porch.
$50
And then
porch.
you get to pass it on too. So somebody porches you, then you get to pass it on
Good
and
porch. And
porch
it's a great
somebody else.
investment, making somebody
Brilliant.
stinking happy.
and it
Brilliant.
makes our community beautiful.
It does.
So it's a good thing.
Love your neighbor.
We've been doing this Yard of the Month thing to celebrate.
You got the porch of the month. I awarded you that.
Thank you. I appreciate
welcome.
that. That was an 18-month long porch.
Porch project.
Woo! Anyway, yeah, so at the Reese Nichols office, we've been doing a Yard of the Month, and the purpose of that is just to celebrate the people who are
Watering their lawn.
who are going kind of above and beyond on having a nice yard in Rogersville, because niceness, especially in homes, spreads. I'm telling you.
It does.
It does.
There's that positive peer pressure that you feel in the subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the
I gotta
contrarian.
mow. I gotta go mow.
Then you have the contrarian. I'm not doing it.
Eh.
I'm not going to mow.
Not going to do it.
You do have to mow, though. I think that's the law in
Yeah, I think-
Rogersville,
It is.
which is good.
I
You
get
have to
those
have
tickets in front of me every once in a while. Just cut the grass.
Just mow your
Just
yard,
cut your
man.
grass.
I really don't want to put you in jail because you didn't mow your yard.
Yeah.
So let's, get
But yeah,
ahead.
that is one of those things you do have it.
Don't
You have to
forget to
maintain your
trim.
yard.
Get it done.
And if you see a neighbor who's struggling with it, maybe help them out every once in a while. Or get somebody to.
I'm
Because some
about
people.
I'm about to run out of teenage young men.
Yeah.
Very concerned about this.
I know.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, that's my boys are looking at colleges right
Yeah.
now. And it's like there's one option very near.
That's
but
exciting.
and I was like, you could keep mowing my yard.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go to somewhere on Saturday. It's 2.5 hours away, and it's like,
It's
Oh.
not that far.
that means that but I still have to mow.
Yeah, that's right.
This is about me mowing,
Yeah.
Lauren. This
This
isn't about my
the
boys'
mowing. This
education.
Isn't about them seeing their family and their education
Nah,
and stuff.
I'll
Now
see
it's
them. We got
mowing.
FaceTime for that, but
You can't mow the yard by FaceTime.
no, you can't.
That's a problem.
Oh, man, that's a real problem.
Wouldn't work very well. But no,
Golly, where are you, Elon Musk? Come up
Yeah.
with something for that.
Well,
I think they have electric mowers.
They
Oh,
do
they
have
do,
some
yeah.
GPS guided
They do.
mowers.
I can't afford those. I'm a
Can't
pastor.
No, I
Yeah,
can't.
that doesn't matter. Oh boy.
Well,
It's
anyway,
good stuff.
The think of things are coming in Rogersville. The Rock in Rogersville is coming, of course, on the
That's exciting.
that's coming up.
25th. It's just about
Oh my goodness!
2 weeks away. Yeah, we're going to do another special K-ROG segment to talk about that here. I think next Wednesday we're going to do that. Same day is the Project Hope Pig Roast, and then the weekend after that's Man Camp. So we do have a couple of things coming up locally.
Lots of things
When
coming
you
up.
said pig, it made me want bacon.
Bacon.
Well, who doesn't want bacon? I I mean, we always
take a bacon sandwich.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I'm excited about all of those things, and Rock and Rogersville is going to be a lot of fun this year. I'm excited to bring the girls. I think they'll really get a kick out of it. Last year, they're like, "What are we doing?"
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
That's why. Yeah, they were 2 years younger.
They were 2 years younger. They're not very old, so I think they're going to get a real kick out of it this year. We do. It's fun.
And you get to see Noah Bunn.
That's right.
Dancing.
Yes.
The winner.
The winner of ROG Got Talent.
That's exciting.
Talent. Yep.
He's going to dance on that stage, that big stage. Hope it's got some room for his moves.
Not my circus, not my moves. I got him there.
That's all right. We may just play a video.
We got him there. So
I'm sure they'll have plenty of
good
room.
enough. Yeah.
If Machine Gun Symphony has room to dance around the front of the stage, I'm sure.
Yeah, those guys are moving. ROG Got Talent was fun and stressful.
You think?
We learned a thing or two.
Really?
Hey, but by that final episode, we had our production value down.
We had to figure it out after we.
Oh, man.
By the show was over, we had to figure it out.
You gotta love that stuff. You're like, this is a great idea.
This is
And
very
you're like,
K-ROG.
oh, what did we do?
We are not professionals.
And we prove it
It's very
regularly.
K-ROG. We've come up with a term that's called K-ROG that when it just,
If it works, but just barely.
but barely, when you're like pulling in on fumes and love and hope.
It worked, and we don't know why. That's K-ROG.
Pretty much.
We don't understand.
But we always have a good time doing
We
it.
do
Yeah.
have a good time.
Yep.
And that's the whole point.
That's the goal.
And we appreciate you all being along for the
And
ride.
helping us letting us
yeah,
have
we
a
actually
good
have
time.
several viewers this morning, unlike last week when everybody extra slept for Labor Day, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
it.
The Monday on a
We
Tuesday.
do appreciate our viewership. And people talk about the Morning Waffle as I'm out and about. It's fun.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody yesterday. They're like, yeah, I love it. We love
Okay.
watching the show. It's fun.
Shauna,
Hey.
when I first glanced up,
That didn't cut. You might want to rephrase. That doesn't sound good.
no, I thought it said we need meth. And I was like, whoa. Coming in hot.
Hey, Shauna, actually, I've got the order form today. She's talking about the annual Logan Rogersville Future FFA, because it's not called Future Farmers of America now. Somebody told me it's just FFA. It's like Campus Crusade for Christ is just
It's
crew.
just crew.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Okay.
I think that's the whole text generation.
We gotta shorten
we
everything.
Gotta shorten everything. So
Mhm.
FFA annual meat and cookie sale. So yeah, I've got the order form. So Shauna will figure out how to get that to you.
Meat and cookies. Yeah, and
By the
PTA
way,
started Booster-a-thon. Their big dance fit deal.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge fundraiser for PTA. And, it's cool.
How does Dance Fit work?
So it's like a fundraiser without
Jazzercise.
having to buy stuff, which I think is really good for
Zumba.
little kids, because little kids, like the PTA serves, can't go deliver stuff themselves.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They have a hard time selling things. Then it falls on the parents. Then someone doesn't get their candy bars, and then this whole deal. So Dance Fit is a company helps you called Booster-a-thon, and that you pledge, and the kids have a day that they dance. It's been also like a running deal, and so you pledge per minute. And so you're just pledging their participation in this activity as opposed to trying to get, 6-year-olds to sell magazines. It's
Brilliant.
good. It works very well. And they get prizes and stuff.
What's a magazine?
I don't know.
It's like if they printed out a website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
same thing.
Can't imagine why you do that.
I don't either. No idea.
Sorry. I just
Lauren's
derailed
trying to
that.
figure out if that's true or not. And she's like, yeah, that's totally exactly what that is.
Yeah, it is. My mind is blown.
Just watch the
So
wheels turn.
I think it's great, especially for kids this age, because they get to be involved and have fun, and there's the technology aspect of it where you got to share it, and it generates this video. Whereas I think the older kids selling stuff makes a ton of sense, because then it teaches them about salesmanship and stuff. I think it's great. Ooh, a cartwheel-a-thon.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun.
That would make me dizzy.
I got dizzy just reading it.
I do about 3 cartwheels and dizzy.
I don't think I could do 3 cartwheels.
I could do a lot of cartwheels.
Not anymore.
But then I
We
get
used to
dizzy.
do board break-a-thons
Whoosh.
where we just like break boards to raise money.
That's fun.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever works.
Yeah.
When's Cobra Kai coming back on? Speaking of that,
I
haven't seen any of those.
I haven't
it's fun.
I haven't finished the last season. I'm in the last season. I've watched the first couple and then I kind of forgot it was there.
It's fun.
It's like I had a Tombstone flashback right there. Oh, Johnny Tyler, you may go now. I forgot you were there.
That's a great line. That's a Great line.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That is a
I don't
good
know.
line.
Oh, and there is somebody selling some donuts in Rogersville, and
Oh, I saw something about that.
I'm gonna butcher their name. Darn it. So Grandpa's Frozen Treats was sold to a new owner, and I don't know the name, and I should. It's Sweet and Something Treats. It's still on Marshall, and
It's same spot, same little shack.
same spot, same shack, but they
Now they got
are
donuts.
procuring St. George's donuts, and they're glazed right now. I'm sure they're probably testing the water on it, see how it goes. But you can stop in there and get a donut.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I had a
one
cook.
yesterday.
I had a cookie from Storytime this morning.
Which one did you
Delicious.
get?
I don't know. I said I'll have a cookie, and she
And she
gave
handed
me
you
a
a cookie?
cookie.
They're delicious.
They were good.
I'll have a cookie.
Have a cookie. Any
Yes,
cookie.
Sue
Just give
started
me a
lunch
cookie.
again on Fridays.
Put
so
it
we've
on
been
my
having
tab.
soup.
Oh, speaking of lunch, is today the chamber lunch?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, I think it
It's
is.
not on my calendar.
Let me.
It's a later one.
Yeah,
It's not
'cause
normally it's the second Tuesday.
it's
This
usually
is
second-
falling pretty late. No, it is the second Tuesday.
yeah, it's just a late second Tuesday.
Yeah, that's my point.
I don't
So
even
it
know where it is.
feels like we're halfway through the month.
I
and we're just
apologize,
having-
Lori. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it is.
Um,
I don't know where it's at though.
Lori, put it in the comments. We know
I
you're
wanted
watching.
to say it's at the jeez.
Oh, it's at the barn, isn't it?
Yeah, storybook.
Storybook Barn.
Yeah, that's right.
I need to get out there. I haven't been to.
Bring it
Chamber
Thursday
meeting in a while.
morning. Okay. All right, Shauna, I'll do that. I'll bring it Thursday. See you
Right.
then.
It is chamber lunch.
Chamber lunch, Storybook Barn. I always RSVP and pay, whether I show up or not.
Well, that's generous of you. I should
Well-
just be showing up and saying I'm here for Will's meal.
Yeah, you should.
Is Will here today? Okay, and then you
I'll
sit
take
down.
it. Will's not here. I'll take his.
He paid for mine already.
I usually show. There was one time that I at last minute couldn't make it, and so I made a donation that day. But,
the last 2 months, it's been on my calendar, and I've intended to go, and then had something pop up.
those things like that, I have to automate my life as much as I possibly can, and so things like that are on a recurring
Yeah.
appointment on my calendar. Where every the second Tuesday of every month, it's always on my calendar that there's a chamber lunch from 11:45 to 1, and that otherwise somebody will schedule over it, and then I'm.
So I'm trying
Then
to
you got a
teach my
situation.
boys to do this. I'm not an organized individual by nature. That the idea of getting my calendar all sorted out and color coded, that doesn't excite me. I like to wing it, fly by the seat of my pants, and yet as life gets crazier and crazier, you just can't do that.
You can't.
Right,
Yeah.
so
it's got to go.
I
on the
remember
calendar.
in high school though, I would handwrite on a piece of paper my work schedule, and I would handwrite like, hey, here's when assignment is due. And I wouldn't get it all, but I'd get the big things, and it would just be somewhere in my car, this little piece of paper.
That's funny.
And
That's
so,
a very mature thing to do.
well, I didn't think I was very unorganized and very immature in most ways, but sometimes I look at my children and go, why aren't you doing these things? Like, you have to do these things.
You have to do.
You
these
have to learn
things.
to write these things down.
Yeah.
And anyway, so just trying to teach them that life skill. But Shane is all about the Google Calendar, and I'll ask her, "Hey, what time is? It's on the calendar." Oh, okay. So
look at the calendar.
I gotta look. You won't just tell me.
Well, I'm also naturally unorganized, and that's why I have to do that, and that's why I create everything to be automated, and so like everything shows up in my inbox, and I work out on my inbox, and I tell people, I make weird requests. I'm like, I know you just told me that, but if you want to tell me something, text me.
Right.
If you want me to do something, email me,
Yeah.
and that works so much better.
Absolutely.
Um,
'Cause how many times do you look at text, email, messenger to go, wait, somebody told me this and I can't figure out where it's at.
But if it's in my inbox, it'll stay there until I do it. So I'm thinking right now, Barry Retchloff texted me or something to do, and it's been like 2 days and I haven't done it yet because I can't remember to do it, and there's nothing reminding me to do it.
So does Barry need to email
If Barry emailed me his request, then I would do it and do it promptly
Can you
because it would be in my
you
email
forward the
list.
text to your email?
Well, that's a brilliant idea, Lauren Brooke, and I do email myself sometimes.
I do that all the
in
time.
order to make sure that I remember to do something.
There's a character that you're reminding me of, and I can't come up with it. You're kind of like the soup Nazi of communication.
Yeah, potentially.
I
yeah.
need you to do it
needs
this
to be
way.
on my
But it's not
terms.
soup Nazi.
Yeah.
I can't remember which. It's got to be a Seinfeld
I
character,
don't
though.
know.
That could be.
This is the only way I allow people to relate to me.
I email myself pictures a lot at my desk. I'll be on my laptop and have my phone, and then I'll email myself a picture so I can just screenshot it on my phone. I'm like, is there a better way to do
Got to
it?
be a better way to do it, right?
You can screenshot on your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I feel.
If you have a Mac, it's Shift Control Shift
Alt 4.
Yeah,
I
Alt
don't
4.
speak the Mac
And then you
language.
just-
I don't. No.
Yep,
pretty
I do
great.
that all the time.
I do
It's
too.
awesome. Yep.
But no, I
Good
do
stuff.
that all the time. But yeah, just forward the text to your email.
I've never tried forwarding a text to email.
I bet you can just hit share.
Yeah, you do.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
that'll
can do it.
work. That'll totally work.
But I don't know if it'll capture the timestamp to go to your calendar.
Well, that would be yet another layer to all of this. And you know what's interesting about
Apologize
this
to our
conversation?
viewers.
No. Hey, these are life tips.
I know,
right now.
like,
We're
this
helping
is
right
big
now. This
time.
is like the most helpful thing we've ever done. So it annoys me then when those little things that can be built in to websites and things, people
Aren't.
haven't taken time to do that.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like planning center at church.
Yep,
that,
we use it as
okay.
well.
So why is there not, when you schedule me to play for the worship band, why is there not a little button that says add to calendar?
Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be practical, but there's not. I have to, every time I have to go, okay, I have to manually add this
Export this and put it
to
in.
my calendar.
Send an email to
where
them.
they
Well-
could easily write a code snippet, just copy and paste it from a code snippet website and have an add to calendar button, and it would be brilliant.
So
Brilliant.
starting
Send them an email.
Starting next Monday, we've hired an administrator
Oh.
at Story Church, and so
Good.
because I don't get excited about organization and cleaning things up and making sure everybody knows, and so I'm the ideas guy, and so I'm so excited to finally have somebody who can bring some organization to that.
That's good. You got to have those people.
Because it takes the
you
stress
got to
away.
hire the people that you can't that need to fill the gaps.
Yeah,
you got
absolutely.
To.
So
Those people I think of as like transmissions.
because
Who like
just love
you're-
to take
like
a calendar
the
and make sense of it.
The idea person is like the engine of the car, which you can rev it as hard as you want, but if the transmission
Don't gotta
doesn't
put it in
work,
gear.
you're not going anywhere. So you've got people like you, people like me, people like Lauren, people that are idea people have got to have a transmission person that makes all that energy
Just put us in drive.
produce forward motion. Otherwise, we'll just sit there and rev our engines and
What
never
a
get
great
anything.
idea!
And never get anything. That's exactly right. We'll never get anything
Let's
done.
go.
I don't have a transmission person.
Where are we going?
They're hard to find.
Yeah.
They're very hard to find, but they're extremely valuable when you find them. But
Yes, I
time
agree.
to. You think it's time to land this plane?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so.
It probably is.
It's on,
Typical.
I've got something on my calendar at 8:30. It's 8:29, so
It's been a journey.
I gotta go.
and we appreciate our viewers
It always
very
is.
much.
But
And
thanks,
hey, we got sports going and we got stuff coming up. And
waffle on.
Yep.
and October 9th, put on your calendar, Rogersville Farm and Harvest Festival. Be there, be square.
October 9th.
Be there, be a square hay bale.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next week.
L7 weenie.